Ramcharger parts have come in, and I'm ready to try to get this thing running today. It is it's polished up a bit. I got most of the cleaning up done, and I have to say it looks great. I can't wait to get it out from underneath here, which we're going to try to do today, and look at it in the sun and see how it looks. It pretty much hasn't moved much from this spot in a long time, but we're going to fix that here very shortly. So got the setting unit in. I'm about to go grab it, and I got some new hardware for it, because if you remember, I had to kind of like use a vice grip to get the screws out of the tank. So let me go get the fuel sending unit, throw it in the truck, and see if we're in business. Here we go. So I ordered this off of eBay. It's the only place I could find it, because there's two different ones. There's one for the plastic tank, and there is one for the metal tank. And obviously we have a plastic tank. I'm gonna go get the old one real quick and compare them. Looks like we're in business. They look to be the same, right? Same links, same exit stuff. Got some, it's not gonna hurt anything. Same pins. We're good. So this thing is just about ready to go in. Let me clean this off here. Much better. Look in here just one more time. Make sure it's all dry. It is. It looks really, really good. Gonna make sure to clock this, so if I remember right, this is the back of the tank. So when we put it in, we want... Alright, a couple modifications. I just bent this just a little bit so it's off of the ground, and this gasket also has to be clocked correctly because there's more of a distance here than there is here, so it's kind of finicky, it seems to be. Alright, so I just learned something. This has a specific pattern, so match your gasket up first. Actually, it looks like zeros there pointing that way, so that's something I didn't think about. I thought I was just gonna hurry up and throw this stuff in, but no. There we go. Bingo. Also new stainless steel hardware so it doesn't rust. Looks so nice. New hardware, new gasket, new everything. We're good to go. So let me throw this thing back up in there and go and get some gas and see if we can get it fired up and moved out to the front yard. It's gonna be worth a try for sure, right? I think it's gonna be just fine. Awesome. Remember, this is your vent line. This is your send to your engine. This is the vent line for the filler neck, and then you have your filler neck. So just gonna put it together the same way I took it off. If you don't know how I took it off, look at my last video on the Ramcharger. So anyway, let me get after it. So yesterday I got the fuel tank installed, and it all looks good. Held up there. It was actually really easy being empty. Got all the hoses connected, fuel line connected, and all that jazz. So hopefully it doesn't leak, but we're gonna watch it. But I just got done doing something else as well, because I noticed in the last video that the heater hose had decided to leave the building, and this whole piece rusted off. So I thought I had a brand new hose for it, but I don't. So I just put a service loop in it for now, which is going to do the job. Made a little bit of a mess. Got to make sure she doesn't drink any of that. Come here, let's go in the house. Anyway, now I just got to put some gas in it, and we'll do that and try to get it to run. And if it runs, it'll move, and then we're closer to getting it loaded for the weekend. Well, that was oh, see, that's what I was worried about there. Where are we leaking? Crap. Well, I'm gonna have to lower it down some and see if I can find out where it's leaking from. So it's leaking from, I'll show y'all. It's leaking from the filler neck that I just put on there. I guess I don't have it tight enough. I'm gonna try to let it dry out for a minute, then I'm gonna tighten it up, and hopefully that'll be good to go. Gotta admit something. I don't think I tightened it at all. That, or I used my ratchet on a very low setting, because now it's getting tight. Alright. Might help a lot. Alright, now all that's left as far as this part goes is we gotta hook up the battery, and we're gonna have to crank on it for a while because it's gonna pick up fuel all the way back there and bring it all the way up here. So get in here, make sure it's in neutral. It is, and start cranking. If we got fuel up front, it's going to take a minute for sure, because that all the lines are bone dry. And do I got fuel down here? Looks like it. Yeah, I got some fuel in there. That liquid's from the change out. Looks like we might be business here in just a moment. All right. There it goes. Oh yeah. How cool is that? It's cold. All right, did it flood? I saw it spit some fuel out, but that just maybe because it died in its own fashion. Hearing some fuel leaking. Oh boy, there's a lot of fuel leaking. I think the float stuck. Of course, you got to get the right tool for that, right? All right, I'm gonna go get the fire extinguisher just to be sure, and then we'll get back after it. All right, let's try it again. little better. I don't see it leaking as much this time. I don't know if it's flooding or what. Alright, well, it moved good enough to get away from the house. I don't know, I'm going to keep trying to get it running and hopefully get it running long enough to idle better, and then I'll try to go from there. All right, here's a synopsis. It's not running well. It's not running well at all. I think the carburetor probably got some junk sucked up in it, and from maybe just some leftover stuff in the fuel line that I didn't get out. But it's gonna run good enough to get on the trailer, which is a feat because it's never been pulled up on the trailer by itself, and it's looking good. It does look good. So another thing I just found out, I had bought some hubcaps for it, and it looks great, except all the other wheels on the truck, even the spare, don't have the correct hub circle for it. They're smaller, so they don't fit, which kind of sucks because that looks really, really good. So that's annoying, but at least we still have them for, you know, down the future. You know, we wind up keeping this thing, we can just look for the right wheels and kind of go from there. But let's try to get this thing loaded on the trailer, and then yeah, we'll be ready to get it to the swap meet. So let's see how hard that's going to be. Well, that's something. There's definitely something. Gotta go a little further for sure. It was running a little better there. I don't know. I don't know. Ooh, definitely gotta reposition this thing. That's way off. Not bad on the rear, but it's off on the front for sure. So maybe I can just pull it over. That's better. Yeah, not perfect, but it's a whole lot better. A whole lot better. Well, there you go. And now it's running a little better. I don't know. This thing hates me. It just hates me. But we're on the trailer. I like the tongue weight on it. And wow, it looks really good. Really happy with the way this thing came out. It needs a coat of wax, and it needs, you know, it needs a good chance. So if it doesn't go anywhere this weekend, we're gonna continue on this thing and probably pull the trans out, because I think the clutch is a huge issue with some of the way it's driving. Probably the chain on the transfer case as well, and it needs a carburetor rebuild, or a 4-barrel and a 4-barrel intake, and run better with that stuff. But hey, progress. You know, it's the little victory. So anyway, I think that's just about it. Let me get this thing tied down, and I think that's gonna be it. Well, all right, we are loaded up, getting ready to roll out. We got her really strapped down because we don't have a park and we don't have an emergency brake. So there's that. So I may have overdid it, but I'm going to feel more comfortable knowing that, and I'm not going to be taking any highways to get to the swap meet. But she looks good. I'll throw some before and afters up just to show you guys the progress on it. The color's like even different, so it's pretty cool. We're real happy with it. And you know, if you're asking why are you trying to sell it already, well, not necessarily like to the point where like, okay, I'm ready to sell this thing, but swap meets don't come up all the time, and we have a spot every year at Traders Village, so we sell every year. So it's just an opportunity to take it out there and see if anybody's interested in buying it, because it's something that only comes across once a year for me. So again, you know, I'd like to fix more of the drivetrain issues and maybe rebuild the carburetor before I actually list it for sale, because I'm running out of room. Unfortunately, it's gonna have to go. We're gonna have to get on to some other things eventually anyway. But you know, the swap meet people are looking for projects, so this, you know, might be something that meets somebody's needs, and you know, they might want to take it on and finish it up the rest of the way. So it's just an opportunity to get it out there in front of people that may be interested in it, because it'll be a lot more desirable, I guess you could say, when it runs and drives a little bit better, and that's drivetrain, whatever's wrong with the transfer case and the clutch needs to be replaced. So yeah, we'll see what happens, and I'm looking forward to a good weekend, except the weather's going to kind of suck from what we're seeing already. So it is what it is. Let me get on the road and get out there. And anyway, for everybody that's been following along on BEVO, we don't know if this is the end of, we don't know if this is the end of the road or not, but you know, I'll update you that on the next video. We'll, you know, I'll let you know if we see it again, or it's, you know, in somebody else's hands and getting finished up. So thanks for coming along, thanks for following along, and if you have any questions or anything about the truck, please let me know. You can get us at info@racerxgarage.com, and yeah, we're gonna get on down the road. Thanks for coming along as always. Tell your friends if you like this stuff, and we'll see you next time. Until next time, y'all be good.